Well, hey friend, welcome back, or if those of you are new first time, I love painting photorealistic paintings and helping you find your creative voice. Today I'm going to share with you what I've been painting this week and also some tips on how you can enjoy it, and my favourite brush as well. But before that, let's get on and share with you how my week's been going. I've just sold my gallery business 2 weeks ago and things are feeling a little different, but I'm excited about what's ahead. Not owning a gallery means I don't work weekends, and I've actually got back a lot of hours a week. Now you might say, well, how are you making money? Well, this is the whole idea of this YouTube. Sure, I'm wanting to make money from YouTube, but that's going to take a while. The other way of trying to make money is online courses and selling my own paintings. So come on the journey with me. It is a challenge, it is a lot of work, but I'm determined to make it work. So if you have any questions on that, always put it below and I'm happy to make a YouTube all about how to make money with your art, because that's what I'm trying to do. So because I've sold my gallery, I've had to move a lot of gear home and make it work here actually moved into my lounge room because it's a bit bigger. As you can see, I've been in a tiny bedroom, a little bit cramped up, and now I've got some really great storage and I have labels on things so that things are actually in the right place. It sounds organized, but hey, no, I have got months of work of sorting through boxes and files and things like that, but just a little bit at a time. If you watched my last video, you would have seen me talk about how I encourage you and me to just do one thing on your list of to-dos. Go and find a creative project that you want to work on, and also reflect on that so that you can know where you're going to head with it. Today we're going to talk a bit about the next step, which is actually doing something, and I had so much fun this week doing this piece. It's actually a piece that I'm going to use for a free workshop and you're going to learn how to do it. Okay, I will share it with you now, why not? So it's this little bird painting, isn't he gorgeous? So I wanted to create something on just an 8x10 that you could actually learn to do in a free workshop. Yes, I want to encourage you to come into my membership, but you get this for free. You don't have to be part of all of that. And we're actually going to be doing another one, which is what I'm going to be doing this week. Gosh, my glasses are slipping a lot this week. I think it's because it's hot today. So yeah, we're going to be doing 2. You're going to get to choose to do this, and also an Australian animal. Well, this is an Australian animal, but also we're going to be doing a koala as well. So I'm going to be working on that this week, and you'll see a painting of that next week, which will be fun. So it's going to be a 3-day workshop coming up in a few weeks' time. So if you want to get involved in that, go to paintingwithheather.com/create and sign up to the mailing list, because then you'll get information straight away about that, and you can sign up to a free workshop where you can actually learn how to do that. I'll be going live with this and you'll be able to follow along with me, and you get the recording for a week or so. Anyway, more about that in an email coming up. What else has been happening this week? I have been really enjoying getting back into painting. It was such a fun little project to do that. I have some other big pieces, as you might know, that take a lot longer, so it's really fun to do some smaller pieces. Here's a bit of a time lapse of this bird here, and it's been just so much fun to work on this piece. It takes a lot of different elements, a lot of different sort of brushes. And like always with what I teach, I don't worry about the color as much as I do the tones and the actual image. So yeah, that's been it was such fun to work on. I'm really enjoying getting back into painting more regularly and having more time now that I don't have to work weekends. It's given me a bit of mental space. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the balance of what I'm doing now. Not to say that I haven't enjoyed having a gallery and all of the students I've had. It's been the perfect thing in my life up until now, but I've really enjoyed getting to know people. The thing is, I'm still doing a few classes, not as many as what I was. So it's nice to still interact with people, definitely. But I'm actually preparing to go away. Just bought a car this week as well, which has been a lot of fun. Very huge. I don't know why I said fun. Well, it is, but it was an absolutely huge decision. I had a few tears thinking about it. I've never spent that much money before. That's a second-hand car, but it was just perfect for what I wanted. So I'm going to continue the rest of that time lapse at the end of the video if you want to watch more of that. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about the brush that I'm using for the hair, because you need to use a really fine brush when you're doing hair. So as you can see here, let me get it on the right angle, there's lots of little lines here and lots of tiny little lines up in here as well. Sometimes, you know, people will use very short brushes, but the reason I like this one, okay, what is this one? This is, as you can see here, I'll get really close, you can see it is a really long brush, long bristles on it. And that's because it will hold a lot of paint. It will hold enough paint to be able to get a few strokes in. If you come to my workshop, you'll be hearing all about it. You'll see how much medium I'm using, how I'm using the brush, but it is one of my favorite brushes. Where is it here? Because it has that effect. And this one's actually a short one. I do have longer ones somewhere, but even the longer ones are fun because you actually get a longer line. You can keep it going because it actually holds more paint. And there's certain techniques. Let me tell you a little bit of the techniques. So let's pretend this is my palette, which it isn't, but you can actually roll the brush. See how I'm rolling my fingers like this, rolling it and then lifting off, and that way it'll give you a nice little point. Or what you can do is tap it like this and flatten the brush out, and then turn it over and flatten it again, and that will give you a very, very fine line. And if you come to my workshop, you'll find out more about that. You call it a rigger or a liner brush, okay? So you can get all sorts of sizes. This one is a 0, double 0 is pretty fun, and a 1, but a 0 is pretty good for these sort of things. So experiment with it. It takes a bit of practice. As you'll see, I have just slowed it down here for a minute for you to see how I'm using that brush. It is a lot of fun. So before I finish, I just want to say thank you for all the support that you guys give me and the encouragement. And I really want these videos to be for you. Yes, sure, I'm trying to make money in terms of online classes. YouTube is not something that I make a lot of money from. I love doing it. I love giving you resource that helps, and I really enjoy the editing and the video side of things. But anyway, I want to know what you want me to help you with. I'm big on helping you with creativity and your creative voice and oil painting, but please comment below. What are the things that you're struggling with that you want some help with? It can be anything to do with creativity or oil painting. I love to help you out. So comment below and let me know what you're interested in me helping you with. And until next time, I hope you've enjoyed this video and a little bit more of a time lapse here until the end of the video, and I will see you next week.